Good afternoon. I'm going to call to order this meeting of the Monroe County Board of Commissioners. It is Thursday, September 11th, 2025. This is the meeting that was recessed from 10 a.m. this morning. We'll begin with our public statement. We, the Monroe County Board of Commissioners, renew our commitment to welcome and protect the rights of all people, regardless of age, race, color, creed, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, marital status, economic status, and national origin. And we affirm the right of every person to live peacefully and without fear, and we will fight and resist at every step discrimination and harmful policies, whatever their source. We believe in diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. We also stand in support of our county public school systems, both RBB and MCCSC. And with that, I will note for the record that I am present here, Commissioner Thomas with Commissioner Madeira, and Commissioner Jones is absent today. The next item on our agenda is the Lake Monroe Day proclamation. Commissioner Madeira, if you would, please.
Proclamation, Lake Monroe Day. Whereas Lake Monroe has been used as a drinking water source to residents of Monroe County since 1967 and currently provides drinking water to over 130,000 people. And whereas Monroe County depends on Lake Monroe as its primary significant water source, and whereas Lake Monroe generates over $40 million in economic impact annually in our region from recreational tourism, and whereas Lake Monroe and its adjacent wetlands provide critical habitat for wildlife, including the bald eagle, and whereas Monroe County has taken an active role in protecting the health of the watershed and the water quality of Lake Monroe, and whereas Lake Monroe and its tributaries provide recreational and scenic opportunities that improve the quality of life for those who visit or live nearby, and whereas Monroe County continues to support community action related to watershed planning and the watershed plan implementation, and whereas we recognize the importance of Lake Monroe and make a commitment as a community to protect and preserve the lake and its tributaries, now therefore we, the Monroe County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim September 14th, 2025 as Lake Monroe Day. Proclaimed this 11th day of September, 2025.
All right, thank you so much. Next, we have department updates, and we'll have public comment after that. Morning.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Sorry, good afternoon.
It does feel a little odd.
What day is it?
As of September 10th, emergency department visits for COVID-like illness have remained steady and wastewater concentrations are trending upwards. According to a regional representative of CVS, CVS Minute Clinic locations now have the 2025-2026 COVID-19 vaccine available for those 12 and older. So individuals can inquire about this in person or you can schedule an appointment online. The health department still has free COVID tests available. Individuals can walk in Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to receive free tests. And our public health clinic has vaccines available. You can call 812-353-3244 for an appointment.
Thank you so much. Comments, questions?
No, thank you so very much.
Thank you. All right, any other department updates? Right. Is there any public comment for items not on our agenda? Come up to the podium. We do have your proclamation here, Ms. Sullivan. Angie, would you pass that forward, please? Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Please come on up to the podium. You'll have 3 minutes to speak. We'll ask for your name and your county of residence before you begin.
My name is Molly Radecki. I live in Monroe County in the town of Steinsville. I was here in April explaining that I was displaced from my home because of flooding. Not because I live in a floodplain, but because there was sewage water that came from my shower, probably due to the fact that there wasn't a backflow device on the septic/hybrid system that Bynum Fanium put in. Till this day, I am not back in my home. I am going to lose my temporary housing. I applied for FEMA assistance. However, the flood victims between the April 2nd and April 9th somehow got bypassed for help. I know there was an appeal. I don't know the verdict of the appeal, but I know that many of you have more power than me. If you could write an email or pick up the phone and please ask the Department of Homeland Security, the governor, FEMA to please release some money, because right now Bynum Fanium wants to put a lien on my house to pay a sewage bill for a house I'm not living in. They will not put a backflow device on my septic until there's another natural disaster or another storm disaster. I can't afford as a single mom to fix up my house, get a new mattress, get new clothing, get new bedding, and set up my daughter for us to be out of our house again because there is no backflow device. I don't have the energy. I'm already living hand to mouth, and I don't want to traumatize my daughter anymore. Monroe County has 2 vacant seats on the Bynum Fanium board that are not filled, and you have a numeral majority to control that board. There's 5 of 11 seats. So I'm please asking Monroe County, please do an audit of Bynum Fanium and make sure they are helping the constituents. And I can avoid a lot of the issues with them if I could just get the funding from FEMA. Thank you.
Thank you. I just would ask you to please contact the Emergency Management Department and bring your inquiries there, and then to work with our Building Department and Planning Department regarding your situation with your house. We can't change the rules. We can't change as much as we might want to for a particular situation. We get it. It's terrible. But we have staff members in our throughout county government that can help, but you have to.
I've engaged them all.
Okay.
I have email engagement, and
we can't make new rules for you as much as we might want to, and that's the problem that we have. So, but we do appreciate you coming in. But I would recommend you contact the emergency management.
And I've gotten a lot of gaslighting because they don't treat Steinsville. They treat Steinsville residents as second-class citizens. And I have email verification of that, especially with Jeff, the Cocker, the lawyer. I mean, he was arguing with me about the board power. You have the power to elect 2 more board members. You have the power to advocate. And I have engaged the planning and development, and I had to remind them that the interlocal agreement does say that they have the power of jurisdiction for development. I had to read it myself and point that out to them before they treated me as if they would help me.
They're aware of that. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, any other public comment? These would be for items that are not on our agenda. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to the next item, please.
I would like to move approval of the minutes for September 4th, 2025.
Second. Any comments, corrections, or edits?
I think I got the minutes already.
Okay, great. All those in favor of approving the minutes for September 4th, 2025, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I would like to move approval of the claims docket for accounts payable for September 11th, 2025.
Second. Ms. Messer.
Good afternoon. The accounts payable claims docket for September 11th, 2025 totals $8,995,688.60. This includes all emergency claims and adjustments.
Any comments or questions? I don't either. Any public comment on this item? You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none, all those in favor of approving the claims docket accounts payable September 11th, 2025, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. I will note for the record, we have received a report from the clerk of the circuit court for July 2025. And we will now move on to new business, please.
I would like to move approval for Ward RLH Seal Coating Incorporated, the crack sealing project, fund name Motor Vehicle Highway Restricted, fund number 1173, in the amount of $100,285.20.
Second, Ms. Ridge.
Got it moved up. So we are wanting to, we sent quotes for 3 vendors for the crack sealing on various county roads. We've received 2. By highway personnel, the lowest quote was received from RLH Seal Coating. The department would like to accept the quote for crack sealing in 2025.
Thank you so much. Comments, questions?
No.
I don't have any either. This is a really good way to preserve our pavement. Appreciate the work on this. Any public comment on this item? You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none, all those in favor of awarding RLH Seal Coating Inc. the crack sealing project for motor vehicle highway signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I'd like to move approval for Bluestone Tree for Rockport Road Bridge, number 308 tree removal, fund name Rockport Road Bridge, number 308, fund number 1135, in the amount of $65,665.
Second, Ms. Ridge.
We contacted 3 tree service companies about quotes for the project and received 1 from Bluestone. The tree removal is for the Rockport Road Bridge replacement. The project goes to letting in February 2026, so it would be for a construction season of 2026.
All right, comments or questions?
No.
I don't either. Any public comment on this item? Raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium and Nat Hill. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Bluestone tree agreement for Rockport Road Bridge 308 tree removal signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I would like to move approval for establishing the Ad Meliora Fund Agreement. Presenter. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm going to second that, and we have Ms. Kelly joining us. Tell us all about it.
Yes, this request is for approval of an agreement that has been established between the Community Foundation of Bloomington and Monroe County. So the established fund, the Ad Meliora Fund, I think I'm saying that right. So the purpose of this fund is to provide additional support to the Monroe County Health Department that's outlined in Exhibit B under intended uses of this fund agreement.
Right. Thank you so much. I think this is a really good idea given the politics of the day. Comments or questions?
No, I agree with you. This is going to provide a source of needed funds.
All right, and this was already approved by the Health Board, correct?
I believe so. It's
Okay.
been a while because I think it's been since this summer that we were working on it.
Okay.
Mhm, yes.
They will have to approve it too if they haven't yet. So, excellent, thank you. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the establishment of the Ad Meliora Fund Agreement signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Thank you. All right, items D and E together, please.
I would like to move approval for items D, Harold Fish Incorporated Agreement for Controls Update Phase 3 Hardware, Fund Name 2019 GeoBond, Fund Number 4812 in the amount of $47,795. And item E, Harold Fish Incorporated Agreement for Chiller Communication Card Replacement, Fund Name 2019 GeoBond, Fund Number 4812 in the amount of $7,964.
I will second that. Mr. Kreider.
Okay, good afternoon, Commissioners. Richard Kreider, Building and Fleet Manager. We've combined 2 agenda requests by bond. These 2 are the 2019 GEO bond. Do you want the grand total of both projects together, or individually?
No, that's all
Okay.
right.
All right. This request is accept a proposal submitted by HFI in the amount of $47,795 to provide and install new hardware devices to monitor and control HVAC set point commands sent by the new supervisory software in the equipment fifth floor mechanical room at the Justice Center. And also the proposal submitted by HFI in the amount of $7,964 to remove and replace the failed communication card necessarily to command the chiller staging. They have two chillers. They don't need to both run at the same time. This card tells each chiller when to energize.
Thank you so much. Comments or questions? Commissioner Madeira?
No.
All right. And these are both for the Justice Center. The chiller communication card replacement's also for the Justice Center, correct? Okay.
Correct.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium here in the Nat U Hill room. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Harrowfish Inc. agreement for the controls update Phase 3 hardware and for the chiller communication card replacement signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I would like to move approval for item F, Harrowfish Incorporated Agreement for Cooling Tower Actuators at the Justice Building. Fund name 2023 GeoBond, fund number 4817 in the amount of $19,745. And for item G, Harrowfish Incorporated Agreement for Controls Update Phase 3 Software Engineering, fund name 2023 GeoBond, fund number 4817 in the amount of $29,845.
Second, Mr. Kreider.
All right, this request is to accept the proposal submitted by HFI in the amount of $19,745 to remove existing butterfly valves that are worn and not functioning properly and to replace with new properly sized valves provided by the contractor. The second request is to accept the proposal submitted by HFI in the amount of $29,845 for software engineering to design program applications for new supervisory software that will be used to monitor and control HVAC equipment in the fifth floor mechanical area at the Justice Center.
All right. Thank you so much. Comments, questions, Commissioner Madeira?
No.
Yeah, I appreciate your work on this. I know this will help us with keeping the mold at bay in the future. All right, let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Harrowfish Inc. agreement for cooling tower actuators and for controls update Phase 3 software engineering signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I would like to move approval for Steve's Roofing and Sheet Metal Agreement for roof replacement for the Health Building. Fund name 2024 GeoBond, fund number 4819 in the amount of $201,800.
Second, Mr. Kreider.
Okay, August 28th, we received 5 bids at the Commissioners' meeting for the Health Building roof replacement. After review, it was recommended that Steve's Roofing was awarded the bid. They were the most responsive contractor and the lowest bid. So that said, please accept the base bid and alternate 2 submitted by Steve's Roofing and Sheet Metal in the amount of $201,800 to provide replacement of the roof on both levels and loading dock in accordance to the contract specifications at the Monroe County Health Building.
Thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
No, I know that we've needed a new roof on that building for quite a while, so this is good to move ahead with that project.
Yes, it is.
It'll be even better because we will be solar ready, which is great.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, right, seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Steve's Roofing and Sheet Metal Agreement for roof replacement for the health building signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, next item, please.
I would like to move approval for Resolution 2025-38, approval of the issuance of general obligation bond. Fund name and fund number to be determined in the amount up to $6 million.
Second, Mr. Cockrell's not here. Did you want to manage this one, Angie?
Yeah, I think I should manage this one.
Ms. Turner King's like, yes, please. All right.
Okay, so this is a resolution for a proposal of a $6 million bond. And these projects are specifically for, so this bond is to cover the following projects and their county public improvement needs. Fees associated with the issuance of the bond, design plans for the improvements at the Monroe County Airport, remodeling of the showers building specifically for our voter registration and early voting, and improvements within our Youth Services Bureau, our nature preserve, the courthouse ground, and emergency management has a need for additional sirens, and we're looking at cameras and other non-lethal force equipment for the sheriff. There's some additional need for some furniture, tools, and equipment by our aviation department. So these are all related to improvements, and the incidental expenses in connection with these improvements are part of this proposed bond. The approval is for up to $6 million. That gives the council the ability to determine an actual rate, an amount for this particular bond. We have received in excess of $4 million, I believe it is at this point in time, in projects that are requested. And then this bond is due to recent changes in Indiana code, must be longer than 5 years. And so this would be a $6 million bond over 6 years. What we have done in the past has been a $3.1 million bond each year. And that gets paid off that year, the following year. So this kind of drags it out. Sounds worse when you hear the word 6 versus 3.1, but the effect to our community is spread over a longer period of time, and it's smaller. Does that help?
Right. Yeah. No, that does help. Yeah, and it would mean an annual bond that would also be more than 5 years long, because these are capital projects that we have a fund called Cumulative Capital Development Fund that we utilize, but so much of that fund becomes utilized by the technical services department. It's where our software line is. It's where a lot of the personnel is in technical services. We have a lot of sheriff's department vehicles and very expensive things there. And so when we do things like put a new roof on the health building, we don't have cumulative capital development fund money to do it with anymore. Right. And that's why we are continuing to rely on general obligation bonds. And it is important to note that this $6 million is a threshold, a peak, a height, and it is up to, which was recommended by the auditor. So it is up to the council to have that final say, and their meeting is in a couple of weeks. And we will be there to present the items. We're working through that priority list in terms of what do we really, and of course we know it's voter reg and that fix at the showers building. But we will have that priority list ready to go, and we can work with the council as we've done every year on figuring out what that final list looks like. So anyway, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I think that we have this bulk of, critical, renovations we need to do. So it's essential.
Absolutely. All right, let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You can raise your hand in Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving Resolution 2025-38, the approval, the issuance of a general obligation bond, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. We do have a 3 p.m. hearing in this room, so I will be quick with announcements. So for those who live in their homes outside the city of Bloomington who need assistance on required home projects like plumbing and electrical and roofs, the Bloomington Foundation is now managing the Rural Repair Housing Program. So contact your township trustee and they will assist you with the application process. Just a reminder that we do have a resident alert system, which you can find on our homepage, in.gov/counties/Monroe, where you can sign up to receive timely information and updates on emergencies, health, highway, etc. We are accepting applications for all boards and commissions. Please go to our website, run a search, and you will find a list of all of our boards and commissions. The membership list has not been updated yet, so don't worry about that part of it, but at least you can see their tasks and the kinds of things that they do. But if you're interested in serving on any board or commission, we invite you to apply on our website. You can run that search for board and commission application. We do have 6 virtual office hours each month via Teams for the commissioners. So anyone who wishes to ask a question or share an idea, we invite them to look at the calendar on our homepage for dates and times and join us via Teams. The next blood drive will be held with Ivy Tech on Thursday, October 9th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. and Friday, October 10th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Both of these are at Ivy Tech, room C130 A and B. And we invite you to go to redcross.org and book your appointment. This weekend is Fall Festival, so everyone, happy festival and be safe. We'll have the parade in Ellisville, so we'll be there. We're looking forward to that. Anything else for the good of the order?
No, just looks to be shaping up to be a beautiful weekend.
Yes, I think it will be, for sure. And I know there's Lake Monroe Day celebration at the Fields on Sunday, and I don't remember what time. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Sunday at the Fields Clubhouse. It's in my calendar. It's just not in my head. All right. No, we appreciate everything everyone does every day to make Monroe County better. We are off next week. So our next regular meeting is September 25th, 10 a.m. here in the Nat U Hill Room. And with that, we are adjourned. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.